Now give me the beat. Now give me the beat.
Okay, so some time ago I read from YouTube creators Twitter that it's Gemini season. Now, I don't know what that means, and if you do, please let me know down there in the comments. But with that tweet, they issued something that sounded to me as a little bit of a challenge. It was about making a vlog of 45 minutes of just talking. Just talking to the camera, you know, nothing big fancy B-roll, nothing like that. Just good old ramble to the camera for 45 minutes straight. And of course I took that challenge. And of course I saw it as a challenge that could I make a 45 minutes of me just talking, just rambling, and even to try to keep you guys interested in some way with this video, because brace yourselves, it's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be 45 minutes of talking with minimal editing. I will most likely at some point mess up with my words or stuff like that, so I may have to do some editing, but not much. Okay, so here we go. I don't know who is this video gonna be for. I read some of the comments from that tweet that these kind of videos are things that people listen when they want to study. I don't know how that's gonna work, because if there's somebody talking behind me all the time when I'm trying to study or when I'm trying to focus, I am going to end up losing that focus, and it's not gonna help me with my studies. But hey, if this video, if my rambling is going to help you out with your studies, just let me know in the comments. And because I'm good with rambling, I'm good with talking, I'm good with doing videos like this. Just, you know, talking for 45 minutes straight. That's what I do. That's what I excel at. That's what I'm good at. So if you find any use of this video for yourself as a background thing for your studies or whatever, let me know. Because I would like to hear that. I would like to meet you personally, because you are total opposite of me. All right? But since these videos are the types in which you have to have a little bit of lo-fi beats and stuff like that, you know, playing in the background, I think that we should do that also right now. So that let's just put on some good old music, shall we? Okay, I'm just gonna pop into my computer here, turn on, take my headphones, and we'll figure out a song for you guys. What would you like to hear? Now I can't hear it because these are noise canceling headphones from the top list. Not sponsored, but check it out. Okay. Oh, incorrect password. It still does not work with youtube.com for some reason. Okay, let's check it out. We'll go into Epidemic Sound and pick a good song from the LOFI list. I got a lot of that. All right, based on your most recent downloads. Should we go with that? Yeah. Did we just nail it with the music? Just straight off the bat? I think we did. I like it. I'm just gonna leave this list running in the background. All right. Time to take off the headphones. And let's get into it. Okay, summer vacation 2023. It's the final day, and that makes me sad. I've had the most awesome summer holidays, summer break, whatever you want to call it. I had a bunch of good time. First of all, I chose May to be my summer vacation, summer holiday month because I don't like bugs. And if the weather is too hot, I can't do anything. So May in Finland works for me the best. And it didn't go wrong last year, and it did not go wrong this year. Because last year I went to meet Leo in Hamburg and had the worst stomach flu ever. You know, my stomach was upset for almost the entire week that I was there. That's a whole different story, but it was kind of fun. Yeah, this year the summer break, the summer holiday started with me and Andres going to Norway to make my video of the polar See, that's what I mean. But this year the summer holiday started with me and my friend Andres going to Norway to film first of all an epic coffee video for a company that I will soon talk about more, and also to film my thank you video, the 1K polar plunge for you guys in the northern Norway in epic landscapes. And I had such a good time. I only wish that we could have had more time to spare on that trip, since we were there on the location for like something like 2.5 days. We had one entire day, I believe. We went on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We had 2 full days, 2.5 days. I can't even remember because I was so tired during the trip. We drove through the night. We drove through Finland on the night between Wednesday and Thursday to arrive on location early in the morning of Thursday. And we were there at 4:30 or something like that, and we drove through the entire night. I remember Andres was really tired. He was really like jittery from all the energy drinks and coffee and everything he had. But we had a good time. We made an amazing video. With the 1K polar plunge. Andres did a fantastic shot with drone shots and filming and taking photos. It was amazing. An amazing experience that I would be happy to live again. And I think that we will at some point, because it was just so great. And for the second trip of the summer holiday, we went to France, Paris, and Bordeaux with my girlfriend. Now, I'm not gonna make a vlog out of that one. I did not film a vlog in France because I wanted to focus on having a good time with my girlfriend and not just walking around with a camera like that all the time. But I took a lot of photos on that trip, and I'm gonna make a little video based on those photos, you know, just to kind of show the photos that I took. Because this channel started out as basically as a photography channel. The very first video was a compilation of photos that I took on that location. So basically that video will be taking this channel back to the roots, back to where it all started from. And I'm super excited about that video because I have not done that kind of a video in a long time. You saw some of that in the 1K polar plunge video as I incorporated some of the photos into the video, but it still was not that type of a video. So I'm excited to make one for you guys. It's gonna be a little bit of a different than what I normally do, but still, yeah, this is my channel. I get to do whatever I want with it. And if I'm hyped about something, I'm gonna do it. This as a living proof. Okay, but back to the France trip. Paris was beautiful. The funny thing was that I believe that I was in the city for a brief moment. I believe I was there at the same time with Peter McKinnon, but I did not run into him because I checked his Instagram stories and stuff like that, and he was making a video in there around the same time we were there, but I did not get to meet him. That would have been funny because I did not know that he was going to be there when we were planning the trip and planning the things what we were going to see, but basically we hit the same places like day after another. So it was kind of fun, and it would have been awesome to meet Peter just out of the blue. It would have been just so crazy to run into Peter in Paris because I would have been thinking that he's in Toronto or, you know, Canada or somewhere, and then I would get to meet him in Paris. I would have most likely been like, whoa, that dude looks so much like Peter McKinnon. That is he a copycat or is it the real deal? I wouldn't know. But I didn't meet him. Thanks so much for asking. Some of you guys have asked from me that did I meet Peter in Paris? If I would have, you would already know because that would have been a huge deal. But Paris was great. We spent 2.5 days in there. We went through every single place that we wanted to see. We did not go into the Louvre Museum inside. We just explored the outside region of it, took some photos. It was a great place. There was a kind of a long line to go and see the paintings and the museum from inside. It was too long. We did not want to spend time in a line waiting to see something, so we just changed a little bit of our plans and we went to see everything around it. We saw the Eiffel Tower, of course, every place. We saw the magic, beautiful twinkling lights at the sunset. It was beautiful. And I can highly recommend Paris. If you're thinking about going to Europe, please put Paris on your list. It's a beautiful place. And you will get by just fine with English, but please be kind enough to learn a little bit of French. You know, just this kind of basic words like thank you, you know, s'il vous plaît, bonjour, something like just those little things so that the locals see that you have tried to learn even some of it, and they will respect you way more that way than if you would just march into a store and say that, hey, can I have a pack of red apples? And they would be like, no, I don't speak any English. But learn some French from, you know, a basic phrase book or something, and you will get by just fine. Because that is something that I hear a lot of people say that, okay, if you're going to Paris or into France, you will have to know the language. You don't. You will get by with English just fine. But learn some phrases because it's polite. But after 2 days in Paris, we hopped on into a train and we rode it all the way to the coastline, to the Atlantic coastline, to Bordeaux, and we spent the rest of the trip there. Now, I come from a small town. I come from Oulu, Finland, and this, in any measurement, is not a big city. And I kind of like the vibe here because it's not too crowded, it's not too big, but it still has some feel of a city to it. And I think that Bordeaux was kind of like my town in France. Same thing goes for like when you go to Berlin in Germany and you think that, okay, this is a big city. But then when you go to Hamburg or something like that, where I went last May, I felt that Hamburg was way more of my size of a city, you know, because it's not that crowded, it's not that big, but it still has the beautiful places that you can visit and take photos of, all those bridges and everything. But in this trip, I felt that Bordeaux was more of my city than Paris. Even though with all the history, all the buildings and everything in Paris, I think that Bordeaux took the price on this trip. There were nearly not as many tourists in there. There were just mostly locals having a good time in the parks and doing stuff that they love, and it was a good vibe city. And Of course, you know, when you go to France, it's not the most cheapest country in Europe. The price levels were pretty close to what we have here in Finland, but the only difference that we noticed that when we went to buy out groceries from a shop, you know, to make food and to make something to eat in our Airbnb, that was cheap. And of course the wine it's a whole lot cheaper. And I'm already losing my voice. How long have I been recording? 22 minutes. Huh. And I do have to edit out most of it. And you will see more of Bordeaux in my upcoming photo vlog, in which there will be a lot of photos from there, because I took a lot of photos in there because I love that city. I love the vibe, and I took it all in. And this is one thing that I want to emphasize, that whenever you are going on a holiday, it doesn't matter if you're going into the city or into the countryside or into the beach or into Southeast Asia, please wind down. You don't have to do everything that instant. You may have a plan that what you are about to do on that trip, that you want to see this place, you want to go there, and you want to do this and you want to do that, but please wind down. Take your time to take in the place and to enjoy from the experience, the one experience of being there, instead of trying to pack that week or 2 weeks into you know, a whole myriad of different experiences, which you don't then have time to enjoy fully. That is one of the biggest tips that I can give to you when you are going out somewhere, that take your time to breathe in that place, to take that place in, and to experience the location in a much more deeper sense. That is what I want to emphasize to you guys when you are going out.
You already know what this means, don't ya?
Okay, I don't know, are we in the halfway? I've been talking my voice out so badly just about my holiday. I'm gonna take a beer, don't judge me, because I'm still on summer holiday, so I get to do this. This is summer sunny pale ale from Brooklyn Breweries. Not sponsored, but I needed this because I'm losing my voice. It's good stuff. Yeah. I've been so busy during this summer holiday that I haven't had the time to enjoy a good beer, you know, because that's one of the traditions that I do during summer and summer holidays. That I go into a local bar and I just sit down at the deck, you know, at the terrace, patio, whatever you want to call it. I just sit down there and I take one beer, and no social media, no YouTube videos, no nothing. I'm just gonna sit down on the chair with the beautiful weather outside, maybe write stuff down into my notebook or something like that. But for the time of that one beer, about 45 minutes or something, 30 minutes, 45 minutes that it takes to drink, I just sit down and I just try to cool myself down, because that is what I think that summer holidays are all about. You have to learn to relax and enjoy that moment, and you know, that's one of my traditions. I never got to do it, so yeah, I'm doing it with you guys today. Of course, this is gonna be a part of a, you know, YouTube, but basically I'm working at the same. So I get to take another beer tonight. I'm gonna go out and have another beer outside in the patio, deck, the terrace, whatever, at the local bar, because this does not count, and I need to do that. I need to do it for this holiday. And this beer, this particular beer, this is actually pretty good. Fruity. So if you are at the legal age, test it out. Highly recommend it. But this video is not gonna turn into a beer rating video, don't you worry about that, because during this summer holiday, I also took an entry exam for school. And for me, that was huge. Because the way I see my future, the way I see my life in like 5 to 10 years is that I want to do more of this, and I want to do more stuff with film, and I want to do more stuff with videos and all that work. And today's YouTube is a hard place to get a footing on, to start making videos that actually inspire people so much that you would step out to make a living straight from YouTube. Even after when you hit that 1,000 subscriber mark and you get those watch hours, it's not gonna happen overnight, because this requires a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of work. And you will have to have a huge passion to make videos for YouTube if you are gonna start a YouTube channel. And if you're ever looking to have some sort of success from this platform, you will have to have a lot of passion, and you will have to spend a lot of time. And I have that passion, and I have some of the time, but I believe that the school that I'm applying to and trying to get into would support my journey with this YouTube channel and with everything that I want to do when it comes to making films, and when it comes to making videos, and when it comes to making things with cameras. I think that this school will support me better than my daytime job. So keep all of your thumbs up, keep all your fingers crossed for me to get into that school, because that would change my life entirely. And when I look into the future, into the 5-10 years of time from now, I hope that I will be doing more stuff with cameras, more videos, more films, more everything. And if I get into that school, I will take in whatever I can from there, because I don't know everything. I will most likely never know anything, and I basically don't even want to know everything, because that would stop me from learning. If I would know everything, and if I would have the perfect skill set with everything, that would end up being boring. But if I get into that school, I will work hard. I will work relentlessly hard to make my best in there, and to learn everything possible about making videos, about making films, and all that stuff. And I just hope so badly that I get in there, and if I do, that means that from August on I will be a student, a full-time student making YouTube videos, and I'm super excited about that. That was one of the biggest things. And actually this was the phase 2 of the entry exam. The phase 1 we already had some months ago. I had to create a portfolio for it, and that was the first assignment. And based on those portfolios, they invited something like 60 people into the second phase, and I got in. And I think I did a pretty good job at the entry exam. So keep all your fingers crossed, all your thumbs up for me to get into that school, because that would change my life in every possible way. And I don't want to jinx it. I'm not gonna say that, yeah, of course I'm going there, because I'm excited. I'm scared about the fact that do I get in there, and I still have to wait for like over a month to hear that do I get there, and it's gonna kill me for the next 4 weeks or so. And yeah, I'm like super excited about that. I wanted to share this with you guys because this is a big thing when it comes to that, how I think about my life and how I think about future and how I trust into future, into the times that are coming. Because I'm a firm believer of that when good things are starting to happen, you need to push those things forward. And I believe that I have already said this once in a previous video, but it still holds. And good things have been happening in the past 6 months, way more than I feel that I deserve. I should never say that, because you always deserve the best of things that can happen to you. But I believe that's imposter syndrome or something talking when I say this. but I'm just scared that I won't get into this school because I've already had so much during the past 6 months, during the last year, and I'm just scared. I'm really scared. I get to do what I love even more because I love doing this. I love making videos. I love making this stuff, this, everything with cameras. And if I would get to do that in school for the next 4 years, that would be like awesome. And if it would then turn out into a job and I would apply everything that I learned in the school into these videos, it's gonna make a huge difference again. And I have seen the progress that I have made over these past 6 months of making videos every single day. I have noticed how it has changed the perspective of learning things and making videos. And if I get to do that in school, where people are, where teachers, people that are better than me at this craft would be teaching me how to make better videos, and if I get to do that 4 years straight, I believe that the videos that I will be making in 4 years, they're gonna be big. They're gonna be way bigger than the 1K polar plunge, and they're gonna be way bigger than any of the videos that I have been making so far. And at this point, I'm really proud about the videos that I make. But the goal always needs to be that when you're looking back into your videos like 1 year ago, you felt good about them then, and they were the best that you could accomplish back then. And a year from that, you should look back in those videos with a cringe that, oof, that looks bad, why did I do that? Because that is how you see your progress, and that is how you see the process of becoming a better filmmaker, becoming a better YouTuber, becoming better with the camera and knowing everything about it. And that is something that I can't wait. I really can't wait that if I get into this school, if I get to stay there for 4 years, what my videos are going to look like after that 4 years in school. And I'm like super hyped about that. And yeah. But yeah, the cat's out of the bag. I applied for school to become a Bachelor of Arts and Culture. And that sounds really fancy in English, Bachelor of Arts and Culture, because in Finnish it's just medionomy. That's the same thing. But it has everything to do with photography, graphic design, making videos, making films, all that stuff. It's like a huge combination of everything. So I think that's gonna be something that I will enjoy a lot if I get in there. Fingers crossed, thumbs up, everything. I need a beer. Got myself so riled up and excited about it. I'm gonna need a beer. Yeah, almost burped. But that has a, I am, at the moment, I just trust the future so much that, yeah, I have a good vibe about the future. I have a good vibe about the rest of the summer. I have a good vibe about days to come, and I'm just happier in many ways than I have been in years. The kids are healthy, they're amazing, they're growing every single day. They're just such a dynamic duo that sometimes it's hard to keep up, but I love them both really much. And my girlfriend Rina, she has been an absolute rock, a bedrock of support when it comes to this. It's kind of funny how things turn out, that she's such of a supportive person when it comes to making these videos and when it comes to everything in life, that I don't see how could I live without her. How could I have been living without somebody like that in my life? Because you're not meant to do all of these things alone. You're not meant to survive through life by yourself. And Rina has been an absolute bedrock of support to me. We sometimes have these little conversations about my video ideas, and she brings her perspective into those ideas, and she gives tips and pointers that I would miss like with a mile. And when she says those things, and when she brings them out and she points them out in just the right way that it lights up the bulb in over my head, and I just start to think about those video ideas a bit differently. And I really cannot emphasize how important she has become over this year that we have been together. And I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to put in the words because you don't expect that kind of a support from anyone. And when you get it from someone, it's like it just lights a bulb over your head, and you start to feel like, okay, this is good. Things are going really well, and it just overwhelms me every single day. Yeah, I think that's the best way that I can explain it with words. I don't know, do I need to draw a picture or something, but yeah, I love you, babe. You're awesome. And from this, we get into the last phase of this video. Before that, yeah, beer. To the last phase of this video, I don't know, it's loosely divided into chapters, I guess, but you know, first was the summer break, then it was the personal stuff, and now we're talking about you guys. I've been making shorts, YouTube shorts about self-improvement for almost 200 days now straight. And why did I start making those? Why did I start making shorts about self-improvement? The idea basically came from that my life has not been the easiest for the past 2 years, 1.5 years. It really was not easy. I went through a lot of stuff. I went through a lot of trouble, a lot of misery, and a bunch of things that I don't want anybody to go through in their life. So during that time, I watched a lot of self-improvement stuff on YouTube. I watched a lot of videos about how to fix yourself, how to become a better person, and I read a lot of books about the subject, and I also started journaling during that time. I also started making some self-reflections because some of the things, of course, that happened to me and what came to my life, of course, half of it was my fault, as it always is. Because when stuff happens in your life, it never is entirely someone else's fault. It always has something to do with you. And I started making some self-reflections, and I noticed that when I found some stuff that was helping me, I thought, you know, about 6 months ago that this might help someone else. And so I decided that, okay, I'm gonna do my best to share the best advice that I found, the best things that worked for me. I decided that I will share it with you guys because everybody needs that. Everybody needs those words at some point in their life. I mean, things might be fine with you guys right now, but there might be a time in your life when you are needing a helping hand, some kind words, some supportive words from someone, and I wanted to be that supporting someone. So that's why I decided that since they helped me, those things that I read, they were helping me. And with my channel, if I have the power to help someone, to make a better day for someone, to make a better 5 minutes for someone, to make a better 10 seconds, which is about the average length of a short, YouTube short. If I can make someone's life better for 10 seconds, I am happy to spend time on that every single day. And I have noticed that I have gotten a lot of comments, a lot of positive feedback from that "okay, so here's what I'm thinking" series, and I will keep on doing that, of course. because of that feedback and because that you guys seem to like those videos, and I want to help you guys out. And if there's something that I want to say to you guys on this video based on what has happened to me over the past 2.5 years, I want to say that better times will come. No storm is going to last forever, and no situation is forever. So if you're going through some tough times right now and life seems to be kicking you in the face and in the teeth, please know that better times will come, and you will just have to stick to what you do. You will just have to think, okay, this is the phase that I'm going through right now, but it's not gonna last forever. Better times will come. Keep that in mind. Keep on believing into yourself. Keep on believing that it's gonna get better, because things will always turn better in the end. And never forget that you have already been through the worst time of your life like so many times before in your life. So why would this time be any different? I know right now it sucks, and this is the worst time ever in your life. But it will turn into better, and you will get through this. And then after you get through this, you can look back into this time and say to yourself that, yeah, it sucked, but I went through it. I kicked his ass. And here I am, stronger, better than ever. Because that is what will happen. You just gotta trust it. Whew, all right, that came out strong. Came right off the gates. But I think this is a good moment and a good place to end this video. Time has been running, I've had a good time, hope you had a good time, and if you're still here watching, if you watched this video all the way through, I want to thank you, because you are a trooper. You are a soldier. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video and if you watched it all the way through, drop a comment down there below, because I want to buy you a coffee or something, because yeah, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate every single one of you for stumbling into my channel, into this video. And yeah, as always, thanks so much for watching, and stay safe, stay sane, and make the right choices in your life. Be happy. And I will be seeing you guys in the next one.